that shit started.
You're right. There you go.
All right. We got a few minutes before we get started. Anyhow.
So you let me know when to stop and stop this. I just wanted to run. And you're going to edit it later.
Yeah, I'm going to edit it anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
I got the new team with me, y'all. It's only one person. They need to join my team. Because I keep telling y'all it takes a village.
There you go.
And this is my baby. And we finna get to it today. Let me get this thing here up.
We finna start this shit, alright.
I should be playing my theme song.
Duval in the motherfucking house tonight. Come on, come on.
Duval, where y'all at?
Duval,
where y'all at? Okay, that's better. Push that back like that. Ooh, I sound good and clear. I need to add my talk show on here. What's good? How y'all doing? I need to get y'all like a little bit more over like this and stuff. Ooh, thousands eligible for $5,000 stimulus
I need it.
payment. I'm going to tell you how to apply on Google. Y'all better get there. Apply. Is it 5 o'clock?
58.
Okay, I'm just waiting on 5 o'clock. Y'all can get on up in the room. I hope y'all can hear me. Book, you should have went on my, we got to give you a name, worker.
Derek. Derek the director.
Derek the director. Okay. Derek the director. That's cute. I like
Double
that.
D.
I like that. I like that. Derek the director. You should have went on my Facebook though to make sure they can hear me. Can you guys hear me good? Thank you, Delano. If y'all can hear me good, like give me thumbs up in the comment section. Shoot those thumbs up, all that good stuff there.
I don't got Facebook.
Oh, I forgot they said Facebook for the old people. Well, I'm old. I guess.
I need to get one though.
Right, it's for networking.
For real. I think like a lot of like my like people in my high school and college got Facebook too. I could connect with them.
That's what it's all about.
I need to get one.
Listen, guys. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Gezelle Talk Show. I'm your host, Gezelle Nicole. I want to thank you all for joining me today. Hello, everybody. Let me do my round of applause. Woo! Clap in studio cast. Y'all can clap. Woo! So we are here and we are back, honey, with the Gezelle Talk Show, and we are ready to get things popping. We're gonna go right into it. Let me tell you, I want to start. Sorry. Listen, I want to start it off with just this little piece of motivation to my people because y'all know I'm always trying to motivate y'all. You know, we motivate each other. Right. It's very important to watch how you think. Thinking is the beginning of manifestation. If you think negatively, then you will attract negative energy. If you think positively, you will attract more positive energy. So with that being said, let's watch the way we think, because before we speak, we have to think. So put that in mind, make it positive, get that feeling, start your day with that, you know, top of the morning with that type of feeling, that type of motivation for yourself. That self-affirmation is very important, very, very important. But yes, we got to get into it. So I know a lot of you guys were tuned in to the 2-day documentary. I got to stop talking with my hands because my nails ain't done. Can you get my nails done?
Yeah, where we going?
Can you get my nails done? I got like 3 broken.
Talk with the one with more.
Talk with the one with more.
With
well,
more.
Shit.
That one. Yeah.
This one over here. So I need to talk like this.
Right.
I talk like this. I talk like this to y'all. But like I was saying, I know y'all all checked out the 2-day documentary of Janet Jackson. It was super good. It was super informative. Oh, Do y'all got y'all cocktails? I hope y'all got y'all cocktails and sitting back and relaxed and really, really feeling, because we're gonna get good. So yes, on the 2-day documentary of Janet Jackson, yes, it was everything. One of my supporters always says it was everything. Yes, and it was. It was so insightful because to be such like in the business for so long, you know, she is really, really private, although paparazzi and, you know, the press try to invade it, but she don't speak about a lot of stuff and she's very private about it. For her to address rumors of the kid, for her to address just everything, talking about the Jermaine Dupri, and I thought it was really good. I can hear that in the background, so you can hear me real good.
Yes.
Is that on Facebook?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, how do I look? Like I'm so bad. How do
You
I
look like a portrait.
Oh, okay, like a little painting.
For real, perfect.
She was able to tell her own story instead of letting someone else tell it. Yeah, and that was very, very important because, like I said, we always hear so much about her, but it's always from the press. They'll say a close family member or a member of the family, or, you know, some bullshit. But for her to actually sit down and speak so openly about the things that we've, you know, had questions about, you know, for years, like especially the kid. Ooh, especially the kid. But how did y'all feel about it? Hey, love, how are you? Hello, everybody, and welcome. Thank y'all for joining me. If you can, click the share button and share it with your followers as well.
Share, like, subscribe.
Yes, all that good stuff. Share, like, subscribe. Yes. I was supposed to be on my Facebook Live, but I'm just going to edit for Facebook because I forgot I had to go on my podcast, which is on my laptop. And that's where my YouTube Live. And that's where my YouTube stuff is at. So I wasn't able to go on my YouTube Live. But this show will be edited and chopped up and put on YouTube later today or first thing tomorrow. So y'all just look forward to it. Yeah, okay, Miss Rodriguez, I loved every minute of it, every second. I loved every second. Thank you, love. Thank you so much. You know you always look good. Thank you. I knew a lot. She did enlighten me on some stuff I didn't know about her. Yes. See, I mean, I knew some things through the rumors and, you know, all this stuff here, but it's only so much that I could actually believe. So for her to confirm the stuff that was, you know, it was big. I was like, okay. That's where she at right now in her life, and that's big. That is everything. And I'm here for it. So shout out to Janet Jackson and that amazing documentary that she put together for Lifetime. That was super good. Yes.
Jackson.
You said you didn't check it out, right?
No, I ain't watch it yet.
You really got to check it out because it's a good documentary.
I got to. I love Janet Jackson. I just gotta take time to watch this.
I think it's on Hulu Plus for the run watch or rewatch or whatever it's called.
I hope it is. I think I got Hulu.
Okay.
So I have to go home and watch it tonight. Dude.
Well, I have Hulu, but it's on Hulu Plus.
I gotta subscribe for that part?
Yeah. I said the same thing. I'm like, well, I got Hulu. Why it ain't coming up?
For real?
So you're not subscribed to Hulu Plus. So you know what? They always got a way to try to get $1 up at you. Thank you so much, dog. Thank you, babes. I appreciate that. Oh, thank you, cousin. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for those comments. You know, that'd be really, thank y'all. All these hearts and stuff. Y'all is showing out today. Maybe because it's Sunday, y'all being nice. Okay, so let's get into Mr. Kodak Black. I know everybody done heard Mr. Kodak Black over in these stores.
Sticky fingers.
Boosting clothes. Boosting, he said that's what he'll be boosting next. He ain't boosting them yet, but he said that's what he'll be going to next. Because he done started boosting little pickle sausages and shit.
Back scratchers.
And then said, I wanted to see if I still got it. Nigga, so you was that type of little kid. Come off in a bitch store stealing Debbie cakes and shit. One of them little badass Robert's Paul kids. Get your ass up out of here with that. I said, no, this nigga didn't actually posting this shit to his social media for people to see it.
I want to see if I still got it.
I said, you know what? I think something, something ain't too tight up there. One of them screws is a little loose, or one of them bolts, or something going on up there at the top of that head. Because, I've always had a side-eyed him ever since he was feeling on his mama's ass. I always had that little side eye. I did see her child, Miss Rodriguez. He's absolutely beautiful too. Yeah, I did see him. One, the paparazzis had caught her coming out somewhere, wherever it was. But they had got a picture of him, and he is absolutely beautiful. But the Jacksons are a beautiful family. And then, not... We speaking besides, the older Tito and all of them,
They're all beautiful.
But they're beautiful. It's a beautiful family. So they have beautiful features. And then her husband was like Italian. He's Italian or something like that. Or baby father, whoever he is. I don't know. Put the words in my mouth. But yeah. That Kodak Black, he had me fucking dying, though, just to see those posters and stuff. I'm like, is this nigga really for real? Like, or is he just playing and just posting that? Like, you can't be for real. Right?
Some people say he was for real.
You think so?
Yeah, that, like, his money ain't flowing in. So.
So you gotta still pick a side. I don't believe that. Now, he was just fucking at the motherfucking ice hockey game. So I doubt in a box section. So I doubt he broke. You got some money.
So allegedly, the girl paid for the tickets. Yeah.
Allegedly.
That's allegedly.
The girl paid for the tickets. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, let's give her a little round of an applause. She paying for tickets. Ladies, that's not what we do. That's not what we do. It's 2022 and we is not paying for no nigga tickets to no goddamn game. That ain't what that nigga better be buying Birkins and shit. If I'm investing that type of money for game tickets and all this shit here. It wasn't floor seats, but they were in the box. So, that's just as expensive. So
champagne was served to them?
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. Do she do fraud? Does she do fraud or something? What does she do? Who is she? Don't tell me an Instagram model. Because I'm about sick of these bitches getting rich off of nothing. Open their mouth and they sound like Young Miami. But beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Open your mouth and you sound like somebody's 5-year-old child. You like, what are you saying? I'm just saying because they're just something. Just something. Like, cause I ain't even, I'm gonna go to your mama house and I'm gonna burn your mama house down. Like, who says this? What type of 5-year-old are you? That shit, that was just hilarious to me.
A 5-year-old, definitely.
Definitely a 5-year-old. Just was super hilarious. Y'all make sure y'all hit that share button and share the live, share. But yeah, let's move right along. So, Mary J. Blige. Y'all see Mary is back. I reported back about Mary when she said she was making her little, come back to music. She was stepping back for a little minute, then she was coming back into it. Because, she had to get that Monet part down. Everybody was talking about her doing Monet. They still be, trying to clown Mary, but I think Mary do a good job as Monet. Right, y'all? She do a good job, right? This nigga in his phone, so he can't keep up right now. He booty calls and shit. That's why I don't like an old young nigga to come help a bitch out, because it's the bullshit we got to deal with, Especially the motherfuckers that get around.
Oh, you turned up today.
Like, good goddamn. Baby.
Millie?
I'm sorry, y'all. My daughter's in here. Y'all say hey to Millie. Millie. Okay, everybody say hey.
Come on, Millie.
Y'all don't want to see her right now. She's being very bad. She just woke up. She's being cranky. Not very bad, just cranky. But yes, Mary J. Blige is back. She's looking absolutely amazing. I got to take my hat off to Mary J. Blige. She just turned 50.
She looks amazing.
50? Was it just 50?
Yeah, she 50 years old.
She just turned 50. And she looks absolutely amazing. A golden goddess. She just is really just bounced back and doing her thing, and she's looking good. Because, I'm sure she's working hard because she got to work, because she paying that goddamn $30,000 a month to that man for alimony.
And she's 51. She turned
wow.
51 January 11th.
Wow, yeah. She look amazing. She
do.
looks really, really good. Her new music is sounding good. I like the direction that she's going in with it. And, back to that Mary J. Blige, hip-hop love, R&B, hip-hop soul type of thing. I like that. I like that.
It's actually worth $20 million. I thought she was worth more than that, though.
She probably is. That's what they say she's worth. But I'm sure she's probably worth well over $20 million.
Got some money that ain't accounted for.
But yeah, that's probably why and it's a damn shame. But it's these bitch ass niggas that I cannot respect. These bands, these bitch ass niggas that sit there and get these divorces and then go back and try to take the girl to court and want to get alimony and shit. It's like you, and the crazy part be, you committed adultery, you cheated, you stepped outside of this marriage. This is why we're getting a divorce, and you mean to tell me I got to pay this motherfucker
that don't seem
for leaving?
Right.
So what? I'm paying him to leave me alone? Like, that's just crazy. Right, and that's the thing that I don't like, because when it's adultery involved, I think all assets and all that shit should be cut off. It should be none of that negotiating. If she had this before the marriage, she still has it. She was the breadwinner in the marriage, so most of that stuff was hers. Take your clothes, sir, and go on about your business.
Period.
And I think it's very wrong that she has to turn around and pay him when you fucked up the relationship. It's like, hell no. And then the mistress sits there and be with the nigga. They end up being with the mistress because they bum ass can't get nobody else, I'm sure. And they benefiting off of it too, just like Wendy Williams' husband. She's sitting there paying him motherfucking alimony. I had to pay him however much it was.
I don't think she should have to pay him.
And I'm like, that's fucked up. But that's the same thing with Mary.
When you paying them and they spending money with their new bitch.
Yes, he cheated, and now she has to pay him. Like, that's some straight bullshit. Very important. That's why they be thinking this love. Oh, he love me and they love me. Let me tell you something, baby. When I hit the $20 million status, even if I hit the $2 million status, I could hit the $200,000 status. My nigga, you signing a prenup. You're not going to benefit off of it, especially if I'm building and I'm creating and I'm doing all this other different stuff. Like, hell no. No, ma'am. Love ain't that motherfucking. You better say my love is blind. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Motherfuckers is blind to that fake love. That's what it be.
You don't want to be blind when they take all your money.
I say that shit be bullshit, and the sad part be is because there's red flags that's there. Before, there's a warning before destruction, okay? So there's always red flags and stuff there. So when they come with this like, oh, I didn't have a clue, I can't believe that. I can't agree with that, and I can't believe that, because anybody in a relationship, they're gonna check. You're gonna check. Maybe it could be me. But you're gonna check that partner, you're gonna check on what they're doing, you're gonna might put them through a little test or two. Put a friend on them just to see what the fuck is gonna happen. Is he gonna take the bait or what? Just to see. So, it's always warning before destruction, and bitches be blind to that shit and turning a cheek to it like, oh, it's okay, we'll work through it, we'll get past this. We ain't working through shit. We ain't working through nothing that you chose to do by choice, that you chose to do. We working through nothing that you chose to do. None of that, because you chose that shit. You cross that line, you keep your ass over there. Right? That's how it should be, shit. You don't think like that? Or you just give a motherfucker another chance? Like, oh, okay, it's all right. You just cheated.
I won't be like that, but I'll be like.
Now it's dependent on the situation at hand,
and then it's depending on how long you've been with that person, too.
Right. So that do go into it. But if we only been together for these several little years, it's only less than 10 years under our belt.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
But if you like 8, 9, 10 years in and somebody cheated, you don't want to give her everything just for a slip.
I don't know. Like, maybe the first time, but then after that, if it continues, then it's like, no. If I see it again, and it's like, no, there's no, oh, let's go back. Like, no, we can't do that. Wendy got screwed. Yeah, Wendy definitely got screwed over. Resorting back to that. What's up, Stan? Thank you for joining us. Yeah, it's a lot of shit that's just absolutely crazy, Miss Rodriguez. Woo! It's a lot of shit. It's just absolutely crazy the way these courts play, the way they is, and that's why you have to be very, very careful, especially when you got a name for yourself. But they said Mary was talking in this interview, and she said she had struggles with self-love. She had struggles with self-love, blah, 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 all this stuff here. And I thought, of course, she would have struggles with self-love. If you've given your love to people that you thought loved you, and in return, they've only hurt you, it's like, well, damn, how much do I love myself?
Yeah.
What is it about me?
Right. After so many people, yeah.
Sponsors, y'all don't pay attention to this part. I got to get down. This is grown from the earth. This is herbal essence. Okay? This come from Jesus. Don't judge me, judge your mama. But yeah, so, I mean, it is what it is, but I think that's real fucked up with, you right, April, you right with that. She said KC messed her up. That was the start of it.
Yeah.
KC was the start Yeah.
She put a lot of trust into him.
A lot of trust, a lot of love, a lot of years and time into that relationship for it to only not work and you not make me your wife. Like, you absolutely humiliated this girl on national television. You know, she was talking about you marrying her, you doing this, you doing that, and the people like, oh my gosh. They get Jodeci at an interview and they ask you about it, like, hey, when is it gonna happen with you and Mary? We heard you're gonna be getting married and blah blah this and nah, Casey ain't settling down with nobody. What? Huh?
On national TV.
What? Like, just totally embarrassed this girl, made her feel so little. So you right, it did come from there. Close it though. It did start with KC. He did mess her up. And it was sad, you know? It was fucked up, for one. The shit that he did. And then they was addicted to that cocaine. They was on coke real bad then. So it really put her in a dark place. Yeah, it was sad. But let's get into some politics. Let's talk about this. I really, really want to speak about this. And, like, we need to really come together and really, 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 really stress this shit. Because Donald Trump, he says if he's reelected into office, if he gets back in there, that he would consider pardoning the January 6th defendants. So the people that basically abused their citizenship, rushed the fucking Capitol with with weapons and all type of shit, dressed with bull horns and all this crazy ass dumb shit that these redneck Republicans do. And he said that, yes, if he gets into office, that he would be, considering to pardon those people. They was only being citizens trying to protect America's integrity and so on. I can't quote him word for word because I can't stand to just focus on bullshit, but you're absolutely right, Miss Hudson. Miss Hudson, you're absolutely right. It's bullshit. And I was very and that's why I keep stressing, like, make sure y'all vote. Make sure y'all check y'all voter registration. Make sure you're registered. Make sure you're down as a Democrat or open party or whatever you is. Make sure you go out and vote. You have to. Because these people are trying to put this man back in. I see a lot, especially out here. I'm out here in Zephyr Hills, okay? This is Redneck City. So I see a lot of people with the Trump supporting signs in their yard, with the flags up, with all of that stuff. So it's very important that we play smart and we make sure that we are registered to vote, and we go out and we vote and we put the right people into chair, into power, and not let this man do this again. Because if we have a second go round with him, I feel like it's gonna cause a riot. It's gonna cause a riot, and this thing is gonna end in a lot of dead bodies. So we must use our voices. No matter how you may personally feel like, well, my vote don't count. Each and every one of them bitches count. Everyone. So we have to continue doing what's best and get up, get out, go and vote. So make sure y'all register. Y'all that's joining me, make sure you register and, do your thing. So, into fashion, I know y'all probably seen how Kanye West has been stepping out with his new girl, Julia Fox. You seen that?
with these boots.
But did you see him?
I did see him. I was wondering, like,
I was trying to figure out who the bitch is. But it was like she done dated several other rappers. Like she was rumored to be with Drake.
I thought she was a model, right?
Yeah, they say she's a model. That she was with Drake. And I was just like, oh, well, I've never heard of her. But okay. And she's with Kanye West. And I just feel like this man is so mentally unstable that, girl, how could you sit up and want to be publicly seen with him without him getting the proper help that he needs? And then people want to make it like it's a Kardashian thing. Like, no, he lost his mother. You know what I'm saying? And that's what really, really played a part. And he tried to keep it together as long as he could, but he been lost his chops. That mind is just gone. And you're only doing what you're doing now because of Kim Kardashian was with Pete.
Right.
So now you upset because they're out and paparazzi is getting these pictures of them. They're making them an item. They're doing this, that, and the other. So, okay, well, I'm going to come out with me a famous girl and blah, blah, blah. Like, so childish. Like, typical nigga. Typical fucking dude.
Yeah. She young.
Which I figured.
She was born in 90. She's 31. And she's from Italy.
Okay.
So... yeah, she a model, actress.
I seen that they said about her modeling and stuff like that, and I'm like, that's what's up. But
filmmaker, she made a film too.
But it's crazy because you just bought a house across the street from from Kim Kardashian, well, right across acres across however it works up there in those Beverly Hills homes. You just bought a house right across the street from the girl, then you go turn around and say, well, fuck her. Like, you get mad. He like a child, like a teenage kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go out your way to try to please the girl, trying to get her back, and she do something to piss you out, then you like, man, fuck that bitch.
Like tit for tat.
Yeah, man, fuck that bitch. So then you go and get this bitch to try to parade her around like she me and shit. Guess what? That bitch ain't no Kim K. I'm sorry. She ain't no Kim K. Look, April tried Pete the meat. I'm sure. We all know Kim K is a freak hoe. Come on, I like the fat checker back there. It's all a typo, but she said, I like the fact that you're back there, Norman. That's Derek the director. He said he's Derek the director, but yes, he's my Norman. But yeah, that's real crazy. Though these niggas really be, and it show you, it don't matter how much money you get, how old you get, nigga, they gonna still do them, show their ass. And I guarantee you, if they be at the same event at the same time, he gonna show out.
Times 10.
He gonna show out like going off on her. Like, I could see it, acting like a real old hood ass, and you ain't even from no hood ass nigga. Just been around some hood niggas. Like, sit your ass down somewhere. But my thing was, does a stylist come with the perks of dating him, though? Because I noticed, like, everybody he starts dating, their image, their style starts to change. And
it's probably
very much so starts with high fashion. They go into this high fashion mode and go with the straight off the runway looks from head to toe, with the hair, the heavy mascara, all of this. And all of his girls have done this, even with Amber Rose. But she didn't do the hair thing, but with the bald head, but straight off the runway, bodysuits. And you know that bitch had everybody wearing pants bodysuits, thinking they had their body like, everybody.
It's Kanye.
But I'm sure it's her. Because like he said, like Kim said, you know, he calls me his personal Barbie doll. Like, what nigga refer to his bitch as his Barbie doll? Like, my nigga. Yo, Barbie? His real life Barbie. That's what it was. His real life Barbie. Okay. I guess if it works for you, I guess. Whatever. But so yes, this really blew the shit out of me. Did you see about this? We got about 14 minutes left on the podcast. And then we'll continue with you guys for about another 20 minutes or so to try to get get that hour-long show for y'all, with that good information. Because I do got several more topics here to talk about. But Fashion Nova, so they got hit with a $4.2 million lawsuit. Well, not even a lawsuit, I'm lying when I say lawsuit, a $4.2 million fine that they have to pay. Mm-hmm.
That's a
4.2 million. You know why? Because they were deleting the negative comments, the negative reviews off the review section.
That's like deception.
So it's like you can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
they was fined $4.2 million.
Right.
Yeah.
$4.2 million. That's a heavy motherfucking hit.
They actually said they settled at that amount, so they ready to pay it because they agreed. They know they was doing what they was doing wrong.
They knew, and it probably was overwhelming amount of evidence too, because people probably was putting up those reviews and going back because other people ordering the shit. And probably like, girl, why you ain't tell me that? They're like, bitch, I put a review up on it. No, it wasn't no negative reviews on that. You know how we is. And bitch, we'll call. We got that from them, honey. We will call the Better Business. We will call.
They said some of these complaints go back to 2015. They've been doing this since 2015.
And that's why it's such a heavy.
So I count out with them.
And I know it was because, in the beginning, Fashion Nova was doing a lot of these girls, how their companies, how I was doing with my company. You would buy this stuff wholesale, probably paying $11 to $12 a piece for each garment, and then you're reselling it. But they started selling stuff for $15 and $20, and then they went from that to $30 to $40, $50, $65, like depending on what you buy. You buy a damn gown from there, you might pay $100, and it's like, but this same dress could be on another side. Only thing y'all gonna do is get it and probably steam the bitch up to make sure it ain't got as many wrinkles, and just try to lay it out good.
That's it.
Put it in a package and present it well. Just crazy. It's crazy. But that's why you got to be careful. But we be so quick to, and that's the thing too, because we'll be quick to go hard about a company that's like a small business. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody from round the way.
Mm-hmm.
Like I hear them doing one-stop shop like that. Like talking about I bought something from it and it was overpriced. I did this, that, and the other, and it was this, and it was like. But talk about the perks of what got you there. Or especially if it's a good person, somebody's doing something good. I seen somebody doing that. I was on Facebook, and they did that with the Andrews Sister Salon. And the girl was saying about finding somebody to do her kids' hair, and they tagged them. And the Andrews sisters, and then somebody come on there with a negative comment like, oh, they best my baby up, da. But they did repay, they did, settle the situation or get it taken care of. So why would you come on here and make such a negative comment about them, and then say what? Right. And I was like, see, that's our problem. And then she wanted to be like, I ain't saying nothing bad about them. I've still said, you did say something bad about them. You addressed your bad experience with them. I said, but how many times have you gone to see them previously or after? How many times did you take your kid there before you had the bad experience?
And that could have been turned
I always take my daughter there, right? So you wouldn't come on here and tell about the 15 good times you had. You're going to speak about that one time it got messed up. I was like, see, that's what we do, and that's fucked up. But we won't do it to those high-end companies. You go get you some Gucci shoes, they tell 2-3 days later, you ain't on there atting Gucci. You ain't online atting them. You ain't pulling up to the stores acting a fool and all this bullshit here. You eat that shit and be like, oh, whatever. I'll try to go get you a refund. It be sad as hell. Look, and this dude on here, Jason Tarver, is saying it. Said, we so quick to go to these big companies instead of our own neighborhood mom and pop stores. So true. And sometimes the mom and pop stores have what we're looking for half the price of what we're going to these other corporations paying. You know what I'm saying? That's why even when I go to small businesses and stuff and go to support our people, I do try to tip. I do try to tip. So I say we got to be consistent. We got to show up. We got to, because they try to put this bad narrative around Black-owned businesses. Here, you can refill my cup. How much? But they put this bad narrative around. Thank you so much, darling. Thank you, Miss my Stacy. But thank you, darling. But yeah, they put this bad narrative around Black-owned businesses and stuff. But it's so sad. We have to support us. We have to. But even just how Fashion Nova is able to pay $4.2 million, and they've only been in business since 2000 and, 12, 13, 14, whenever they came in, it's crazy. It's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing to see how much revenue they have generated in such small period of time. And yeah, they probably put in the work and was consistent and all that, but that took us. We were doing that. Running to go buy them, going to shop with them and all this stuff here because, why? Oh, because Ari had it on. Oh, because this celebrity had it on. And your friend got the same shit in her store, but you ain't even pulled up there. It was crazy. I was in business. I was doing Slave Paid Shade, Boutique and Beauty. It was crazy how everybody was coming with no funds when they, funds was low. And my piece is $20, $25, different prices and stuff. And y'all coming to support heavily. And then as soon as the funds came in, baby, once they started, with the big bucks started coming in, what they did, resorted right back to drop days and started ran ass to Gucci and Louis and Burberry and MCM and all this shit here. And it was like, well, what about the little moms and pops? What about the small fashion businesses like myself? I even stepped up and had, y'all would come and buy my Versace knockoffs, my Chanel's, all my replica pieces. When your funds was low and you only had $25, then you got the money to go to the store, and then you go and spend $500-$600 in the store. It was crazy. And then the bitch, one bitch would always negotiate with me. But you carry, you big bread, big boss, and you should be giving me what I'm asking for in a tip because it's so small.
Don't go to Gucci and negotiate.
For real. It's crazy. April, you always support. You my number one supporter from day one with whatever I do. I love you to the death of me, my dog. You always support me. So that's neither here nor there. But yes. But moving on, I want to speak about this. I got less than 5 minutes on my podcast, but I definitely want to speak about Selling Tampa. So I had posted about it the other day, and I was like, it's one of the best shows that's on Netflix right now. And why I feel that way is because I'm from Tampa. It's showcasing my city, what we do, what we're about, other than just turn up, getting drunk, getting pissy at a club, you know what I'm saying, fighting with niggas or going through it with dudes and all this stuff here. It really showcased, it was a platform with Black women where it was not no hair pulling. You know what I'm saying? Dave, the director, did you peep that?
They didn't show. People online are saying like one thing that I said about is there was not many houses sold.
But there was negotiations, there were offers put in, and there was 1 or 2 houses that were sold. What they got to realize is this is only season 1, okay? This is a new real estate company. You know what I'm saying? They're new. And so they're still building. They still building relationships. And I heard one person even said, "Oh, they were doing more partying than anything." And I was like, "Where? Did you see what club they partied at?"
I didn't see it.
Because I missed that one. I said I must have missed that episode because I didn't see the more partying than anything. I seen them having drinks at their open house. You know what I'm saying? I seen them networking. I seen them trying to rub shoulders with the right people to try to get their name in the right spaces.
Yeah, I didn't see much partying. You got date.
I think what people are missing here is that it is how many women on the show? You looking it up? Or are you on something else?
No, I am looking it up.
How many women are on the show?
Let's see.
It's like 7, 8 women. It's 8 women on the show. Most are black women.
It's black and Latino.
Listen, y'all, that's on my podcast. I love you guys so much, and I thank y'all for checking me out. I thank y'all for all the support, all the love that you guys show me. Please continue to come back. We will be here every Sunday at 5 p.m., and we will be talking news, politics, fashion, celebrity news, all that good stuff. So make sure you guys tune in. Make sure you share, love, support. Go to my YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Gezelle Talk Show. And make sure y'all share the podcast. I love you guys and thank y'all so much for tuning in. But I want to keep talking to you guys here on my live and as well as on the video, because I felt like people really, with Selling Tampa, they missing the point of what's going on. They selling houses, yeah, but they showing you how black women can come together. The person told me that there was a lot of partying. There was no sisterhood, just one another tearing each other down. I missed that part.
I ain't seen none of that.
I seen normal girl stuff going on, but I didn't see where nobody was actually being vindictive and trying to and intentionally trying to break somebody or tear them down. I didn't get that part. I didn't understand when that was said. So I'm just like, are we making up our own narratives of why we want to dislike this show instead of just saying it was a really good show? Because I think that's a really odd thing that we don't say that.
And they look like they more of like real estate versus like, they like real estate and commercial
They were
properties.
not backed by big guys, right? Like the new girls are backed by Oprah. I just think Star Jones should have been a part of it. Is that a real thing? Oh, you talking about Star? But yeah, Star's affiliated with those girls, but I think it's just because that was Allure Realty that were doing it. But Star is known in the market, and everyone knows, you know, she's doing very, very, very big things and going places. So yeah, we all know that that's taking place. I can finally take these off. Thank you so much. But as far as with the show, I think we need to, we don't support enough. You know what I'm saying? We do not support enough. We stay speaking down on some shit and just trying to point out and find all the negatives in something instead of focusing on the positive of it. Through everything. Like, I didn't like some things. I didn't like that Sherelle wasn't more supportive of Rena when Rena was saying she wanted to open up her own brokerage. And then when I watched it again, it was like, well, she wasn't not supportive. She was just like, why she got to find out through somebody else? I understood that. I understood that. So it's just like it was ups and it was downs, but why focus on so much of the down part and focus on the ups? Promote it, talk about it, give it some light so those girls can come back for season 2 and they can continue. So other girls can have an opportunity. And then it shed light on our city. It shed so much light on us. So these small businesses and stuff can start getting the proper attention, being actually seen. But a lot of people wanted to focus on just little things. Said, I didn't see any partying. I didn't either. It was. It was an absolutely great show. I feel like they even taught me something. She even, you know what I'm saying? She brightened up my eyes when it came down to the Perry, what's the name, Park and all of that stuff there. Like, she turned me on to something and educated me. So I was like, they're not only informative, they're not only empowering, but they're educating at the same time. Like, it's so much that could be focused on. But people just, they stand on that negative narrative. That's where they want to be at. But I love the girls. I stay shouting them out. I stay showing them love. And they stay liking the post and the stuff that I'm doing. The stuff that I do, I posted or commented on their photo and all that stuff. And they like it. They show it love. So yeah. They see it. I want them to feel the love. So, yeah. Very much so. All of those things. All of those things, April. Yes. Very much so. And I absolutely love it. Now, listen, I had checked out a documentary some years back, and it was the Fire Festival. And I think it was like right around the time when they had first broke and everything. And just here recently, the other night, I just watched another little wrap-up thing that they did about it now that the guy has been, you know, prosecuted and is in prison and all this stuff. His name, Billy McFarland. So listen, I thought it was very strange that they charged him with some of the same charges that Rashia is charged with. But with Rashia, they gave her 27 years, I believe. And with him, they gave him 6 years. Now, mind you, he got way more money. It was with big numbers, way more money from investors, from sponsors, from people who were supposed to attend, people who came and attended absolutely nothing. Like all of these people that he fucked over, and I'm like, the stuff that she did was to deceased individuals, and that's why y'all was so hard on her or whatever. But this man did this to people who are actually trying to, you know, excel today, who are living, who are doing stuff, a lot of kids, a lot of college students. And I thought it was crazy. And when you paid attention to it and you actually look at how he was getting the money from him and stuff, I mean, it was wire fraud. And every time he was in the bind or in the middle of something, then you would say, hey, well, you need to pay to get this money put on wristbands so everybody can have wristbands and blah, blah, blah. And each time you get it more and more, like millions of dollars, because there's so many people that is supposed to be attending this shit. So many rich kids. It was just crazy. And to see him get sentenced and then he turn around and he only gets 6 years. And I'm like, but y'all took a mother away from her children and gave her 10 times the sentencing you gave him. Like, you gave her 26 years, 27, however many of them. But it was just ridiculous. I'm like, damn. But y'all got to check it out if y'all didn't see the Fire Festival or see about it. It was absolutely crazy. It was crazy, and it was a good idea. And I really do believe that the rain was a big portion of why it didn't work. But on top of that, they didn't have a lot of stuff set up or at hand like it should have been. Like the food, per se. The people didn't have any fucking food. You feeding them cheese sandwiches. They didn't. So it was a lot of mistakes that was there. So I don't know what he was thinking, but the idea of what he was doing was very, it was something that was lucrative. And at the end of the day, if it could have came to fruition, it would have been something that would have been very successful. But he didn't have it set up right. It was only 6 months from the time he thought of the idea to the time he actually executed it. 2 different types of justice, Black people. Right, and that's what I said. And it was so much white privilege in that. So much. Because that's what he was, a Californian white surfer boy, piece of shit. And he fucked all those kids over and stuff. And they turned around and gave him 6 years. Like, that was a pat on the wrist. He ain't worrying about that shit. And they told me, he got to pay $26 million back or something like that. First of all, he been said the day after everything went to shits, he said he was going to refund everybody. He sent emails out to everybody and told them, you will be refunded, da-da-da-da-da. Were they? Hell no. Nobody wasn't refunded. No, none of them still have not received $1. It's just crazy. And he gonna get out, think of some more shit because he's in there doing shit. Now, I've heard of people, once they go into prison, they can't do it's a lot of things that's off limits. This nigga in prison running a whole podcast system. Running a whole podcast in that bitch. It's crazy, but it just goes to show you just how they operate. Derek, the director. What's going?
Number 2.
See, you ain't no good. You ain't even here for the ending of the show. Like, you ain't. Really, my nigga? You couldn't have wrapped that up? Like, you got to get comfortable?
I'm about to wipe.
Like, my damn God, nigga. Nigga come to other people's house shitting and everything. Then he got to be motherfucking taking his time with the shit. Like, most people want to be, let me make it quick so they don't catch on. Nigga, you been in there about 20 minutes.
I'm comfortable here.
Well, you need to get comfortable here. God
That's
damn
when
it.
you at the gas station, you shit quick.
I don't even shit at no gas station now. Norman?
I don't let too much out.
Yes.
Shut up.
Them damn cheese sandwiches, you damn right, April. They tried that shit. Cheese sandwiches. It was cheese sandwiches with lettuce and tomatoes and mustard, mind you. And mind you, these kids done paid probably over $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. Okay, because they done paid about $3 for the ticket, then they turned around and asked for them to load money to do this, do that. So much shit. Like, just fools. Just absolute fools. Yeah, it was $26 million. And I say right here, it's an example of white privilege. And it's just crazy. It's just absolutely crazy. And I don't respect that shit. You can't respect that. Right? You heard that story about the fire event. Don't knock the camera over.
Yeah, I did hear that story.
And the man got only 6 years. 6 years for that shit. But you whipped these people out of $26 million. Ooh. 26, and that was accounted for money. Ain't no telling what else you had done got. that you didn't say shit about.
What you don't get or your bitch or your son or something.
So I want to talk about this too. Let me get into this. What you gotta go? You gotta go?
I need some water.
Come roll up. You just doing everything but entertaining. So the Chloe girls, the Bailey sisters, Chloe and Halle. Now, I was loving them down. Right, 26 on the books. So, I was loving the Chloe and Halle girl, the Chloe and what their name is? Chloe and Halle Bailey, the sisters. Beautiful girls, beautiful, absolutely beautiful girls. But I think right now they're getting too far in their head. Too far in their head. I wanted to talk more about this, but I'm going to have to go ahead and wrap it up. Listen, I want to thank y'all so much for tuning in to the Gezelle Talk Show. I love you guys. You're the absolute best. Thank you guys. We'll be back next Sunday, 5 p.m. You are a piece of shit co-host. You all in your goddamn